In this video, I start further for setting and updating, deleting the user details. So first, I make a file in Thunk related to user-thunk.js, and here I write a first function for setting user detail. So export const and set user details Thunk. Import create async Thunk from Redux-JS toolkit. This is the action type, and for calling asynchronous I use async and then function. This reject value for if you want to return any type, then simply use reject value. And for this is inside this function. Okay, and now I use try catch block, refactor my code and copy the catch. This is the return type. Now I copy code from user action inside from try catch this code. So first I getting user information. So before that, first I want to refactor my code. Okay, and here return reject, not simply returning the payload, but the payload has default in Redux Toolkit, so I use current user details. And this comment for this function related to Thunk, and what the function goal for setting user details. And second function related to update user details. Now change here also, and again I copy from user action from update user details. First one is for validation, and I use before try catch block, because in try catch block mainly you handle the logic and asynchronous operation. So for asynchronous call I write the code inside try block, and here I also use current user details. This is the success, and for dispatch simply return with reject value. There is no need of error in catch, and also removed from set user details Thunk. Now I think this code is also finished. Third one is for deleting account. Thunk for delete, sorry, this one is update and this one is delete users account. Now change the function name delete user details Thunk. Here also delete details user. There is no need of if condition. And I also remove all the code inside from try catch and copy from user action.js file, delete user action. Now I want to this code, so simply paste, and this response there is no I forget to export execution base URL. And for after, if the status is not 200, then simply I want to return error. So for that, this one is return and reject with value. I remove this return, some indentation and code refactor. This now I think there is no need of this dispatch, because if if this if this function is if this then okay, remove this dispatch and simply, if not status 200, then I will navigate to dashboard login. So remove this user details. I think first user thunk is created. Now reducer. Make a new file, user reducer.js, export const user detail extra reducer. And if you want to write reducer in same file, then you can also write, but here I make a separate file for auth and user reducer. So if you expand your project, then you can write your more logic. Here I want to for pending simply loader is true, and second one for fulfilled, and third one is for rejected. Loading is false, both case in rejected and fulfilled. And after, I also want to set current user detail. I get the information from action.payload and current user details. Now third one is for message type and message. I always forget to terminate here, because I think this is an object, but simply it's a mutate your state or direct change your state. Third one is rejected. Now first complete second for update. So import update it user details thunk. Now I think all code is same for update also. Third one is for delete your account. Deleting your account, delete user detail thunk. Now in delete, I also want to remove from local storage, and user details, current user detail action be null, and for access message and message type is empty string. And I also want to current user ID be null. For rejected code be same. Reducer is also completed. It's time for auth slice, so make a new user slice.js. And for before that, first I make a new state related to user, and I copy from auth state and paste. There is some changes here. So first one, I get the information, I hold the information related to user detail. So I take an array and for slice I also copy, and this message is not need clear message, and their initial state I get from user. Sorry, or need to change here user initial state. So import it, and for auth slice I make as user slice. Here for extra reducer, import user detail extra reducer, which I make in reducer file for user. So auth slice is also complete. Reducer slice state and thunk. Last part for store. Now this auth user detail is come from slice, and this is user slice. If you don't, if you are unable to get the hint from VS Code, then simply you can manually import all the files. Now in component from dashboard, first I need to remove this user detail action because I write from thunk. I write thunk for this detail, and here error showing in reducer because of comma. So replace comma with the termination. Sorry, and then one last in 27.9 from here, and in dashboard I replace in now home also removed and replaced with set user detail thunks. Last one is for profile. There is 3 function, so I'll removed, and for first submitting details, first update detail thunks call, second one for getting information, and third one for delete account. These all 3 are function. Remove the extra code. I think all is set. If I test the login detail, and first I update the profile, it updated, but reflect details are not reflected. I call the update thunk, and in here, okay, I call reject. Here I simply return and remove bracket, simply braces use. And if I again update the details, now you can see the changes reflected. And if you want to change the title, document title, then simply you can use make a new use effect. I want to change in dashboard. So here is a catch. If you use braces bracket, sorry, and change document title and give a dashboard, and I want to display the username uh, after the dashboard. So if you use this bracket in use effect, then you can check here that if you refresh the page, then first you get the undefined, and if you remove, then this use effect is working fine for the document.title. Same for login, and here I only change in login and dashboard. You can if you want to change in other pages, then you can do by this way. This is the simply login page. And for I think this whole scenarios is working fine for Redux Toolkit. Is anything left? State, user state. Okay. Okay, if you want to write this clear message action in a separate, then you can simply use to write in auth extra reducer. So here in auth slice, your code is more clear and precise. So for that, here I make another variable in auth reducer and write a variable auth message reducer. This is not an extra reducer, this is simply a reducer. Extra reducer handling the asynchronous or session related scenarios. But if you want to direct change in state or mutate the state, then you can use in reducer in auth slice. So here I simply export default auth message. If you write another or more reducer related to this authentication, then you can simply write here and you call separate one.